In a world obsessed with words, true power lies in observation. The Stoic man does not chase validation. He watches, he reads the unspoken, and he understands that the greatest truths often reveal themselves in silence. When a woman finds a man attractive, it's rarely about loud declarations. It's about subtle shifts, unconscious gestures, and quiet invitations. And if you are still enough, calm enough, you'll see them clearly. Attraction is not confirmed through words, but revealed through behavior. A woman might never admit it aloud, but her energy, attention, and actions tell a story. The Stoic man doesn't need confirmation. He only needs clarity. Clarity that comes from inner peace, self-mastery, and emotional detachment, not indifference, but strength in not being swayed by fleeting emotions. These are the signs she gives, not to every man, but to the one who moves through life with intention. Here are 8 powerful indicators that a woman finds you attractive. Learn them not to exploit, but to understand. Because true Stoic strength lies not in conquest, but in knowing. When a woman finds herself drawn to a man, she often doesn't articulate it with words. Instead, her body speaks on her behalf. One of the clearest yet most overlooked signs is mirroring. This is when she subconsciously imitates your movements, gestures, tone, or posture. A Stoic man pays attention to this, not because he seeks validation, but because he observes life with quiet awareness. If you cross your arms and she does the same moments later, or if you lean forward and she mirrors your position, it's not coincidence. It's rapport being built beneath the surface. This behavior stems from an instinctive desire to connect. Human beings mirror those they feel close to or wish to feel close to. It's an ancient social mechanism that signals alignment, comfort, and interest. In conversations, if you speak slowly and she slows her pace to match yours, or if your voice drops and she responds in kind, you're witnessing subtle emotional syncing. A woman who feels neutral about you won't do this. She'll maintain her own rhythm. But a woman who is intrigued will begin to harmonize with your energy. This is the essence of attraction. A silent, magnetic pull that draws 2 people into resonance. Stoicism teaches us to remain grounded, to be the observer rather than the reactor. And in this case, observation offers insight. When you notice mirroring, you don't chase. You don't overanalyze. You acknowledge it for what it is, a natural signal of attraction. It's not a license to pursue impulsively, but an invitation to remain composed and aware. Because true power lies not in acting upon every signal, but in recognizing it, appreciating it, and maintaining your center regardless. This calm presence, more than any charm, is what keeps her drawn to you. When a woman is genuinely attracted to a man, she often becomes subtly more animated around him. This isn't loud or exaggerated behavior. It's subtle, almost imperceptible to the untrained eye. Her eyes brighten, her smile appears more freely, and she engages with a level of enthusiasm that she doesn't show with everyone. This isn't about putting on a show. It's about her natural energy rising in your presence. A Stoic man, trained in stillness and clarity of perception, sees through these moments with calm detachment, not ego. This increase in energy often shows through her laughter. A woman who finds you attractive tends to laugh more at your jokes, even the ones that aren't particularly funny. It's not about the humor, but about her desire to share a positive emotional exchange with you. She wants to feel good around you and make you feel the same. Her presence becomes warmer, more vibrant, more engaged. She leans in, she reacts quickly, and she seems fully present. But the Stoic doesn't lose his balance here. He does not allow flattery or attention to disturb his inner stillness. He recognizes these signs not as rewards to grasp for, but as data, truths that simply are. He observes the heightened emotional tone and appreciates the connection, but he does not build his self-worth upon it. By maintaining his inner calm, the Stoic man allows her to feel emotionally safe in his presence. She senses he is not trying to impress or seek approval. He simply is. And that unwavering presence, that grounded stillness, makes her want to remain in his orbit. For her, this emotional uplift is not just enjoyable, it's rare. And in that rarity, she finds attraction not to what he does, but to who he is. When a woman finds you attractive, she tends to mirror your behavior, your posture, your tone, even your pace of speech. This subconscious mimicry isn't manipulation. It's nature's quiet way of saying, I feel a connection. And for the Stoic man, who remains grounded in his awareness, this subtle reflection doesn't go unnoticed. He sees it not as validation, but as confirmation of presence. A woman doesn't mirror just anyone. She mirrors those she feels drawn to, those who evoke a sense of comfort, authority, or emotional alignment. You cross your legs, and moments later, she does the same. You lean forward in conversation, and so does she. Her voice softens to match yours. Her laughter begins to sync with your rhythm. This behavioral alignment is not an act. It's instinctual. It's how two energies begin to resonate. The Stoic man doesn't adjust his posture to manipulate this effect. He maintains his natural state. He leads with authenticity, not performance, and in doing so, she follows without even realizing it. This mirroring is a signal of emotional harmony. It means she feels seen, safe, and subtly influenced. A man in control of himself naturally becomes a man who influences the emotional environment around him. His stillness invites peace, and his presence commands respect. Women who mirror this are not trying to copy. They are unconsciously attempting to connect, to be on the same frequency. And yet the Stoic does not overanalyze or grow arrogant. He does not inflate his self-importance based on attention. He understands that to lead is not to dominate, but to inspire calm confidence through inner mastery. When she mirrors you, it's her way of reaching out. And when you remain rooted in your center, she senses that depth, and it keeps her drawn in. When a woman finds a man attractive, she becomes noticeably more invested in his presence. One of the clearest indicators of this is her eagerness to extend conversations. What begins as casual small talk subtly turns into something deeper. She asks questions, not out of politeness, but from genuine curiosity. She wants to know what you think, how you see the world, what moves you. And when you answer, she listens, not just to your words, but to the pauses between them, to your tone, to your energy. A woman who's indifferent keeps conversations brief. But when she sees you as someone who intrigues her, time becomes fluid. She finds reasons to stay, to share more, to open up. This is not about oversharing, it's about emotional investment. Her body language leans in. Her eyes stay locked a little longer, and silences between words feel less like gaps and more like spaces to breathe in your presence. The Stoic man notices this, not with pride, but with calm observation. He doesn't need to impress or control the direction of the exchange. He simply remains composed and centered, allowing her to unfold at her own pace. This quiet strength speaks louder than any flashy compliment or rehearsed line. His self-control invites trust, and his emotional stability allows her to lower her guard. In an age of shallow interactions and fleeting attention, meaningful dialogue stands out. A woman who stays engaged in conversation isn't just being polite, she's revealing her interest. She values the energy, not just the words. And a man who understands this doesn't rush or seek validation. He listens with intention, speaks with clarity, and trusts that the right presence says more than any performance. When she keeps the conversation alive, she's telling you more than her words ever could. When a woman thinks you're attractive, her demeanor subtly shifts in your presence. One of the most telling signs is nervous excitement, small gestures that speak volumes. She might play with her hair, adjust her posture, or smile more than usual. Her laughter becomes more frequent, even at jokes that aren't particularly funny. It's not about the content, it's about the connection. Her body is reacting before her words do, revealing an internal spark she may not even be fully aware of. This kind of reaction is primal. It bypasses logic and taps directly into emotion. A quickened heartbeat, a flutter in the stomach, a soft gaze. These are signs the body broadcasts when the mind is drawn to someone. Often, she may not want to admit it or even consciously realize what's happening, but her actions speak more clearly than words ever could. She might suddenly fidget or blush, momentarily lose her train of thought, or seem slightly more alert around you. These aren't signs of weakness. They're signs of vulnerability and attraction. For the Stoic man, this isn't a cue to pounce or dominate the situation. Instead, it's a moment for quiet recognition. The Stoic does not exploit. He observes. He does not rush to turn emotion into advantage. He understands that true confidence lies in stillness, in letting moments unfold naturally. He remains composed, offering safety through his steadiness. This calm energy sets him apart. He's not desperate for attention, and that makes him all the more magnetic. Her nervousness around him isn't something to mock or manipulate. It's a reflection of genuine interest, proof that something about his presence is stirring her deeper emotions. And a man rooted in Stoicism knows that the most powerful reactions require no reaction at all, only awareness. When a woman finds you attractive, she will often create opportunities to be.